whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Still bouncing around between $9,000 and $10,000. If we continue along this, everyone to be rich because you know to buy at 9 and sell at 10. People are starting to predict that we're going to be breaking out of this trend here, possibly to the downside. You know, you go to ask yourself, wait, I thought we just had the 2020 halvening. I thought people were predicting all kinds of crazy gains by now, heading to the moon. I mean, with all the Bitcoin I own, we should have a house on the beach somewhere, plus the house we live in and a house in another country, as I can drive a Lambo. But unfortunately, you'd have to get in touch with my wonderful co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
We got all that shit around here?
No.
Oh. So what happened?
We don't even have a beach. Nothing.
Did Bitcoin fail us?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Silly man.
Well, explain it to me, Samantha. Break it down. Tell me why I shouldn't be disappointed that we invested so much hard-earned money, right?
You know how hard it is to dirty fiat. All right. So, yeah, no, we're not in it for the gains here, bro.
We're not in it for the gains.
We're not.
It's about the financial revolution. It's about giving that monetary sovereignty back to the individual in a digital future where you can conduct peer-to-peer transactions without third parties. They have the ability to censor, right? Like censorship, who, where, when, right? How much. And then they can also report it. They can report it to the government. They can report it to anybody that's willing to pay them, right? Because that's what we kind of talk about in the future is what happens in a world without cash and everything has to be paid for with Venmo and Cash App and PayPal. I mean, what happens when Facebook pays them enough money to get your information and then they hook up with Amazon and wherever you go, those pop-up ads won't leave you alone because you clicked on a toaster once. Because it had a bunch of slices on it and you dreamed of a possibility.
Right. The possibilities got contemplated and now you are faced with the possibilities of that toaster for the rest of your life.
But as we move into a future of consumerism where COVID-19 has put a rush on the fact that we need robots, right? Automation for everything. A little funky,
yeah.
I mean, it leaves very minimal jobs out there for the masses, right? I mean, there's a lot of us who are well educated, who go out and have not the eeny, meeny, miny, mo jobs, right?
Yes, you have people skills, social skills, actual skills, whatever. Yeah. But, I mean, there has been, in just our general area, like in a couple counties over type deal, like 5 or 6 restaurants that literally have robot waiters now. So it's like, The
future's coming faster than you think. You never know what's around tomorrow's bend. That's why you got to enjoy the gift of today, right? What do we got going on? Do we got anybody in the chat?
Okay,
Is anyone hanging out with us? Or am I over here doing that crazy thing where I rant about this magical internet money?
It says unable to connect to chat. Please try again later.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, the chat is like the most important part around here, so I gotta step aside here and help make that happen.
No clue.
No way we can not do this. There you go, Sammy.
Oh, see, look, I knew there were people. I knew it was lying.
Oh wait, we don't want to lose the picture. There you go. Can you deal with that? Make the chat a little bigger for you so you can really get in touch with everybody out there.
Hey, I can see you in the little screen. All right.
All right. That's exactly what we need. Me in the little screen.
Me. All right. Public Awakening is here.
Public Awakening.
Zaza.
Nice.
Yes,
Zaza, buddy. I'm glad to see you out here.
The pothead.
Still utilizing those masks, getting ready to take our vacation, heading down to the Florida Keys, and it is pretty much going to be mandatory to wear masks as it's getting crazy here in Florida with it. The numbers are going up. Different counties are saying masks are mandatory. The governor still says it's not mandatory. Personally, we're not wearing masks unless we have to, but it's looking like we're going to have to as we try to vacation in our own backyard, right? At least the Keys are nice.
Isn't that, I mean, if it's under like 12 hours, is it called a staycation? Like, you know what I mean? You're in the same state even. Oh, all right. So the pothead is here. RJ is here. He says the
RJ,
BTC.
pothead, nice.
All right. The BTC market is definitely depressing. I want a
It
house on the
is.
beach too. I know, right?
I mean, I know that everyone is pointing over to DeFi right now.
Yes, that is the new.
It's hard to speak from perspectives other than your own. I mean, personally, I don't necessarily want to say that I know enough about the DeFi network because I'm not a big Ethereum fan, especially all of the smart contract, like backhand trading, back and forth, trying to make these gains that they're doing in farming. Watched quite a few of these videos that everybody's putting out on it recently, trying to see if I understand it. I mean, I get what you're doing. It just seems very risky. I mean, we see the hack, right? The 500K hack. And we knew that this was a potential. The smart contracts always have these risks. But hey, that's part of crypto, right? High risk, high reward. You're not going to make all this money unless you're willing to take a gamble. And of course, sitting on it, like they're saying, farming it, it helps a bit. So I'm not going to down anybody that's willing to do it. It's just, everybody has to do themselves. And mine and Samantha's perspective right now is we have an up and coming business. So we got to be out in the field and working most of the time. Your tan is looking quite nice, though, I say, Samantha.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I'm still continuing to hold my Bitcoin strong, right? But I am eyeing the future. I do find it disappointing that our price isn't up higher than what it is right now. It'll get there. And of course, I'm always going to say awareness and adoption.
I mean, I do think that is going to be a big part. I do. Everybody wants it to be more. I mean, yes, if you asked me last year, I probably would have thought, like, it would have been, oh, of course, we would be way higher.
Oh, tickle on my throat.
Don't die. Nikki, hi. Yeah, so Uno momento yet again. So it was about 100 today. That was awesome.
Ooh, sorry about that, Samantha.
I made small talk about the weather.
Wow, I don't know if that went down the wrong side or what.
You looked kind of gaggy. Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah. Are you okay? You gonna die?
I know, right? That'd be horrible. That'd be the moment sitting in the middle of air and all of a sudden you cough out on Bitcoin and coffee. Hey, at least I'm hanging out with you guys, all right? Right. If there is a time to go, this would be the moment that it'd be worth it.
This is okay. Paul Rouleau is here. Hi, Paul.
Can't go without Paul Rouleau being in the room.
Micah, your brother is here. Hi, Micah.
Hi, Micah.
Public wait. He said, did he just actually cough like a... Okay, he says, did you just cough like a chicken?
Cough like a chicken.
Oh, so you heard that, did you?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I thought more like cat with hairball, but if you heard chicken, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
It's rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe.
All right. So I got news.
Do you?
A little bit.
Other than DeFi news.
Okay. So what do we got? We got the BTC at the post office in Australia, right? Crazy. No? I mean, this would have been big news back in the day because I keep thinking about back when we get into Bitcoin and, how all it took was a little bit of China this and Australia was really up and coming. And, everybody was mentioning Germany and how they were starting to break into it. Stuff like a public, the post office offering Bitcoin as a public service.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, news like this just falls to the wayside now. I mean, we have gained awareness and adoption, right? So, I mean, I do see where we get our value at 10,000 in comparison to where we were at $1,000 at Bitcoin. But question is always going to be is how do we get to the next level? How do we start eyeing $100,000? What is it going to be like on an everyday scale? How do we get people talking about Bitcoin on that kind of I don't know.
Yes, on a scale of level. I mean, I don't know. It is.
I would hate to say that it's always that you have to have a necessity for it, a need. Like you need the dollar bill, you need cash falling apart, you need there to be so much. Like, all right, what were the things we've been hearing about? That the thing with the $2 billion in gold in China coming out of Wuhan was fake, right? We heard the stuff about the Zimbabwe people not being able to accept the digital dollar,
Yes,
you know, through third-party internet services, and that their stock market is being shut down, trying to force, you know, the fiat cash onto the people, which is being devalued. So when we're seeing things like this,
yes, it's just how bad does it need to be before everybody is? I mean, because the real problem is that it's not an option for a lot of people because we're not talking about it, because people don't know about it because of no adoption. But I mean,
we got Cash App being able to offer to everybody, and you can download the app. I still have trouble. Personally, I'm not verified on Cash App. I know that little Eugene's verified, and I think you are. I know that when I was trying to help my brother Micah, he also was having the same problem. When you go to take a picture of the back of the driver's license, it lags up. Like there's a problem, and it won't actually capture the image of it.
So you never get to finalize, like, KYC. Yes.
And I've seen a lot of people have had that. So, I mean, it's easy for these companies to offer these services and then throw a chink in the chain that prevents people from actually utilizing them. But I've also heard on the other hand that a lot of people enjoy the Cash App and that it works and they're buying lots of Bitcoin with it.
I mean, I know that a lot of people use the freaking Cash App as the Cash App part. So it's like, really, you would think that, yes, maybe there is more Bitcoin buying on... I mean, I don't even know. And then is it really any better if it's on the Venmos and the Squares and the all of them and the PayPals?
You know, I don't know. People, that is the next one, is that people say, oh, is it bad that they're buying them from these third parties? And it's like, not necessarily, because you don't ever actually cut off the utility of Bitcoin. If you own it, even if it's through a third party, you can always take possession of it. Unless for some reason it's some red flag, definitely you can't withdraw your Bitcoin, then it's a matter of education, right? We always talk about this, that maybe you shouldn't take possession of your Bitcoin and have your private keys unless you understand what you're doing and how to protect your private keys, because a hacker will take it in a second, right? I mean, that's the best and easiest thing for them to do, is to take cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's easier than your little RIF reader thingies and your wallets and your whatnots, and my phone does this and that. Oh, yeah, if they want to. I mean, I feel like there has to be like a somewhere in the middle where it's like the people that would just be straight using third parties and like not even care about the actual functioning reason of Bitcoin, but would still be using it, have to get with the same people that literally are, you know, their stuff is on lockdown and they've been in it for 10 years. So how does that merge together? And that's where it's like, I don't see a lot of commonalities between those two groups that would make it, but it needs to happen. Like we all kind of have to be able, and
I mean, the digital future isn't written in stone yet, right? And we know the lemmings.
The sheeples?
The sheeples are plenty out there. They're never going to be able to own their private keys, right?
You would never want them to.
They're never going to be able to utilize the full ability of Bitcoin because they're not going to understand it. You know, they're still going to be trying to be a consumer and run off and spend their money before they get it. It's the fact that if we can get people onto the Bitcoin system, we're enabling everybody with a tool that will reward them if they do what's right by themselves with money. Whereby right now, if you do what's right by yourself, like you go to work and you work hard and you try to save a little bit of money, it doesn't actually do you any good. That's part of the trap.
Oh, right? You might afford that car payment.
Right. you might be able to get your credit score up so that you can get the house that's going to keep you in debt for 30 years at that job where they may not treat you like you should, right?
Hopefully in the end you'll get to retire from. Yay. No, right? All right. Bitcoin Jake is here. He says, cover your cough, bro.
I did. I stepped way aside. I didn't even cough it all over you guys.
Public Awakening says, the timing was epic with the chickens in the background.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. Right. All right. BTC Moon Guy is here. He says, yo, Eugene and Sam. Hello. Still hodling. We're all still hodling.
Yeah, we're all still hodling. I mean, until we see 50K or higher, I'm not thinking about getting rid of any Bitcoin. I'm not necessarily picking up any. I mean, we didn't think 10K was going to stick around, right? How many times did we hear that Bitcoin was never coming back to 10K? Well, I'm done loading up on those 10K bags of Bitcoin for right now. That train has been going around the lobby quite a bit, so I am definitely waiting for some takeoff action on that one, but I'm still going to keep preaching the good word. I still think that we need to get awareness and adoption. I don't think that it's helping anyone with all the lockdowns and everything to be able to spread the news. I hope people are taking advantage of it and getting education through the internet. I mean, personally, I got a lot of my education on Bitcoin through YouTubes and tutorials and just sitting there reading news articles, trying to understand it.
I mean, it was every time you got home from the factory and stuff, we would just try to learn more stuff. You know, oh, this is that. Oh, what is this person talking about this book or this? And yes, and you just keep going. But sadly, I don't know. I found a passion, found a reason that it made sense. Like, it was like, wait, why are we not, like, why is not everyone doing this? I don't know if everybody is as dedicated. I mean, even in general, it's the same concept of microwave dinner or you cooking like 4 courses yourself. Like, it's still a meal and you're still going to eat and it still has calories. But the outcome is not the same.
The outcome is definitely not the same.
So it's like, yes, we need more people and we need it to be easier. But then, I mean, it's been almost a year now that Cash App has had Bitcoin on it.
I know, and this is where I kind of keep coming back to with you guys and the show and all of this is it's like you're out here and you're constantly saying the same exact stuff, and it's like we need awareness and adoption. We are gaining traction, but it's not happening necessarily at the pace that we need in order to put us on track for 50 and 100K.
Yes, it's not enough to move the price.
Right.
Like, it is enough to say we are continuing to, but I don't think it is like the push that is going to make it jump.
But then at the same time, you can always talk about all these other situations that could be and should be suppressing the price, right? Even though they say that these future derivatives have no hold on the price, we just watched all the contracts expire. And it didn't actually move the price.
Nope.
But people are saying that it had stuff to do with it. We're hearing that backstories that Trump and administration and government saying
snuffing out.
Snuff out Bitcoin, no ETFs.
I mean, did that really happen? Did it not really happen? I mean,
is it really doing anything to push down the price of Bitcoin? Because still, the utilization of Bitcoin is going to be the peer-to-peer transaction. Me having Bitcoin on my phone and being able to give it to you on your phone for goods and services. Until that is utilized, Bitcoin has not reached its full potential. We don't have enough transactions per second, and we don't have a good enough user interface that any idiot can use, and we don't have enough Bitcoin on people's phones. So that's still 3 things that we're away from making this a daily use project.
I mean, but it is such but it is the cat in the box, bro, because the idiots you don't want them to take like any cryptocurrency, let alone Bitcoin, and have it just go into the ether. Okay. Like, so it is like they have to have third parties probably because that's the only way that they're not going to just like lose their shit left and right and not realize that you don't have any way of getting it back.
Well, you can always have decentralized second-tier solutions that can solve these things as well that aren't necessarily third parties. They're just not developed. And that's where we talk about that these are such early days that the generation that's going to use Bitcoin is our children's children. They're not born yet.
Right. Our kid is going to be like part of the founding group of something like his generation will be the something that worked this shit out.
It's just the human condition is preventing us from seeing it because we're looking at something that's a generation or two away. We're inspiring something in our children right now that'll turn into something bigger than what we have going on. But maybe the Bitcoin I'm holding now will bring me something towards my retirement and will be able to set him up better in his life. That's when we started talking about things like generational wealth.
I mean, and that is very hard to. Human beings as a whole are very impulsive. I mean,
It's hard to think past 3 to 5 years, let alone
the rest of your life, the next person's life.
Right. It's I got 35, maybe 40 left of good years if I'm lucky. Fingers crossed.
But yes, that's very hard because everybody wants the fancy thing now, the whatever it is now, the Lambo, the moon, the whatever you want to go with, man, but you want it now. You don't want to have to wait. You definitely don't want to be dead and just be like, man, but I know it's cool. Like my kid, man, he has that ledger. We're good.
Well, I mean, we keep talking about that Bitcoin is just a tool. And it is a tool that we're learning how to utilize in our fashion during our journey. Right, as we're trying to make our bodies healthier and understand our surroundings better and try to prepare a nice future for ourselves, we're finding Bitcoin as it is and are hoping that it's going to be this tool that we're going to be able to utilize in the future, because we could be completely disappointed. Right, all of the money or Bitcoin or whatever you'd like to call it stacked away could not pay off in the end. Right,
shut your mouth.
Well, those are the gambles that we take.
No, that is some blasphemy there, man. Woo! It's okay. I love you, and I will let that go. All right, Papo Night Shelly is here. He says, hi.
Papo
hello.
Niley, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think I will probably see the price of Bitcoin be a decent amount before I am like dementia or senile.
And that's what I agree to as well. And that's where I say that maybe it will be more of a situation that we get to take some sort of profits.
Little like there is some retirement.
Right. There is some retirement.
Yes, there's
right.
a snazzy like assisted living community.
But it
something.
Would be more of a take 10% and pass the rest on.
So we'll just be like those dudes that have the Porsche when they're 90. Like when Lambo, 90. Yeah.
That's the new answer. When Lambo, when you're 90.
Oh, we're just, at least I didn't say 100, right?
I don't know. So the last little bit I got to talk about was the Square giving the grant over to help the ideal of coin joins, right? Bringing privacy back to the base layer of Bitcoin. This is always a great idea. We've seen this happening quite a bit recently. We've seen the statistics that came out from Chainalysis, right, telling us how much of those were coming from the dark markets, which feel as you may and feel as you must about these things. I mean
for a company that wouldn't it be in their benefit to say lots of shady shit came from shady places? I mean, that's what they do for a living.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they'd fudge the books on it. I mean, you knew that a large portion would come from that kind of a situation because that's who it's going to benefit the most. But at the same time, people are going to explore and want to have their freedoms back, right? We keep seeing everything that's happening, not only just here in the United States, but around the world, right?
And I mean, are we just using a VPN and they're like, classifying that as like iffy transactions? Or are we like way in there and they're saying...
I think they're saying that they're way in there.
Like for sure? For
sure.
Man, whatever, Chainalysis. Fine. All right. BTC Moon Guy says that he's aiming for 2028. That's not a bad... I'm not even that old, man. If that... when Lambo 2028, not even a problem.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the ideal of moving the goalpost, right? Because that's what's happening is... For 4 years, everybody said 2020, right? And it's just, I'm not one of those people. You guys know I'm real. I'm not trying to get 1 million followers. I'm not trying to make $1 million. You guys are just hanging out with me and Samantha. And it's like for 4 years, you heard everybody swear up and down, 2020, the happening, it's going to bring it to this. It's going to bring it to this.
No, except for Tone Base, but
And then all of a sudden, here we are. And where is it? We're still having trouble getting over 10K.
Nobody was right. Funny.
I mean, I believe it's going to break over 10K. I just think that it's the sideways action and the bearishness once again and all of these things, self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know why people can't just say, all right, let's get up and work out this situation and start turning everyone onto Bitcoin. Let's start pooling our funds together and show everyone like a campaign of how broken the dollar is. That's a campaign I would donate to.
We take the COVIDness that we're on this all together crap or whatever, and we flip it because we need a world currency.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, you know me, I am optimistic. It is always a glass half full. I really do have faith that I mean we will see it.
We've heard from several people already. I mean, I know I don't follow politics and politicians all that much, but we're looking at a possible vote on another stimulus check here soon.
Oh, again. I have no idea. I stopped listening.
It gets crazy, all the stuff they're talking about. I mean,
that'd be cool.
I just want to know why I've been paying taxes and all of these other
for
things.
The stimulus check,
if they're just canning money out and they can just print it. I mean, can't we just work out a situation where I don't pay taxes and they just print themselves so much every year?
I think that's.
Why has it got to be this give and take situation? Why are you giving me? Why am I working and getting so much and then turning around and giving you back 20%?
Right? Why do I have to pay you taxes? Can't you just pay my taxes? I got you. I see what you're going with there.
It definitely just really makes us feel a lot more like that rat race trap. It's like, man, I was born into this freaking system and it is not working for me no more. I got to go do what? No, this sucks. Why am I paying so much for insurances? Oh, because other people in my area got in accidents who are having similar vehicles to mine. And what does that have to do with me? The logic they have behind half these things make no sense.
Yes, but kudos to, our child is trying everything he can to not get an hourly job in the sense of, so, maybe someday the people will just be like, screw you, man. I'd rather be 75 different Uber drivers or whatever than, but even then, you're still working for somebody.
I don't know. From what I've seen, the apps exploit people even more than a 9 to 5.
I know, because I know that I've seen on lots of the different social medias, like especially during the lockdowns and the quarantines everywhere, that people were saying, please tip your drivers and please tip the delivery people and please. And it's like, cool. So that's how we roll when everything you eat is from a delivery person. You just like, no, not today.
It's prepaid on the card. Thank you.
So it's like, you're right. As a housekeeper, trust me, if I was able to leave a note in every single room or whatever, like a little card that said, hey, is your bed clean? Please tip at the end here if you'd like to see it clean again.
All right. So is there anything else? Because that's about going to cover it for news. Of course, you guys are one of the most important part of our show. Let us know what you got. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know how you feel about these cryptocurrency spaces right now. I'm not depressed or bummed out about it. It's just that we were promised so much more. And it is somewhat disappointing that we're not there financially. I hope you guys aren't overinvested. I'm not feeling overinvested. I definitely have come to a good Bitcoin and cryptocurrency understanding that I am shooting for the larger goalpost that is way down the road. And we are looking at generational wealth. We are looking to change the world, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
The boss is still coming along great. Took it out today. We used it today.
Yes. It was pretty cool.
Yes. It's working great. We're getting ready to paint it, right? We bought the sandpaper. We bought the paint. We ordered a sprayer that's supposed to be here in like a week or whatever from Amazon. We got some people who are going to be helping us. My brother is still going to be here. Eugene, I think I'm going to maybe pay one of his friends or two to come over and help me sand.
Those strong little boys, make them do something. Because, there's a lot of bust, and there is sadly... It's not a lot of real rust, but it's like
surface rust.
Yes, like on the paint that we obviously have to get rid of it anyways.
Well, we're also going to paint the undercarriage, and we got to paint the inside as well.
And the rims, and there's some things. We're going to try to make it look all sorts of stuff.
Of course, I got some other social media profiles linked to down below, just in case the YouTube purge ever gets too real on us and you need to keep up to date with us. But I'll probably post the pictures of the buzz before and after to those. If you follow us over there, it's a great place to keep up with what's happening with the channel. We're talking about maybe doing a show while we're out on vacation.
Yeah.
So look forward to seeing us out on vacation in the Florida Keys.
You might have to do it out in nature, and that's because otherwise you'll be all snout masked and you won't be able to hear you very well. Well,
we'll figure something out. We'll do something, even if it's just a short little snippet. It'd be nice to hang out with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. It is the best part of our day. So let's bring you guys on my vacation too.
Oh, Scott Gable is here.
Scott Gable, nice.
You guys just keep on keeping on, man. That's all we do.
Yeah, hey.
Yes.
That's all there is to do, right?
The pothead says that he looks forward to our show. Oh,
buddy,
well,
I'm glad that you look forward
to you being
here. I look
here.
forward to all the comments. I mean, that is what keeps us going. We all keep each other going, right? Or else otherwise we all probably would have washed out at some point or another by now.
Yeah,
it has been a long road. I watched the last halvening. I watched this halvening. I have watched so many times of Bitcoin being dead and so many countries saying up and down with Bitcoin and the U.S. government and ETFs, and
it is easy to get sad. It is easy to get
being range bound. I mean, 5, 6, 7 times for long periods. I mean, the bear market there was unbearable.
But yeah. Oh, you got the bump. Oh yeah.
So.
All right, we are good.
This will be the last time though before the keys, though, right?
Should be. Wait, what is it? Yes.
Today's Tuesday? Yeah, because we took out the trash.
Yep, that's what I thought too. Tuesday, trash day. Not Taco Tuesday, trash day Tuesday.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys, nothing else in the chat,
no,
right?
We are
All
good.
Right. I hope you guys go have a great evening, right? Do something special because there's only today. Tomorrow is a gift if you wake up and enjoy it, if you do. But remember, always keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.